As is often the case, Crunchyroll's lineup for the spring 2024 season of anime is packed with plenty of must-see shows. Between old favorites like My Hero Academia and That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime and new shows with a lot of hype surrounding them, like Kaiju No. 8 and the Spice and Wolf remake, Crunchyroll is, as always, one of the best places to go to for seasonal anime. Out of everything Crunchyroll is streaming this season, though, the anime that people should probably be paying the most attention to is EMT²'s Train to the End of the World. Before its release, there wasn't much reason to pay attention to it beyond having the same team behind Shirobako working on the project, but with the first episode out, it's clear that Train to the End of the World is a wonderfully surreal anime with gorgeous animation to match. Train to the End of the World Story Explained. Produced by EMT², based on the original manga by Apijigo. Train to the End of the World opens with the launch of an experimental 7G cellular network. However, it failed to launch properly, and somehow, the 7G network caused reality in Japan to be altered in a variety of surreal ways. For example, the people residing in the series protagonist Chizuru's hometown all turn into animals as soon as they turn 21. 2 years later, with no sign of things getting better, Chizuru commandeers a train to go looking for her friend Yoka, even as Japan is now filled with dangerous and bizarre things around every corner. What makes the anime's story even stranger is how much of a surprise these events are. While promotional material made it clear that there was something bizarre about the setting, Train to the End of the World never revealed any major details about its story beyond girls traveling through Japan on a train. The fact that a show with such a ridiculous premise premiered on April Fool's Day makes it even clearer that it's supposed to be an utterly surreal anime, and that wouldn't have worked nearly as well if it had been forthright about its story. Why Train to the End of the World has a chance to be a big hit. The surrealist premise, combined with its colorful cast and story premise, sets up what could be a promising adventure series. Train to the End of the World still of the three main characters Nadeshiko Raimi and Akane looking into a doorway with perplexed looks. Train to the End of the World is probably the strangest anime in the spring 2024 season, and it has a chance to be one of the best. The surreal nature of the story allowing for anything to happen is a big draw, of course, but Train to the End of the World's absurdist nature is balanced out by the engaging character writing and interactions between the cast, thus giving it a great amount of depth. That sort of writing promises a very balanced anime, and it will be great to see how that develops as the show goes on. All of that, of course, is perfectly complemented by the art and animation. The first episode of Train to the End of the World features gorgeous artwork and fluid animation from start to finish, as to be expected from the director of Shirobako, and with any luck, the animation will only increase in quality as it goes along. These factors and others all work together to set up Train to the End of the World as Crunchyroll's sleeper hit of the season, and with any luck, it will more than succeed at living up to its potential.